Good evening, my name is Elijah Escobar, and I work at the Hilton Garden Inn in the city. We understand that the City Council will be considering over the course of the next couple of months approvals for Bay Street 2 project, and that may or may not include city subsidies. The Council will also be considering an extension of the exclusive negotiating agreement. As a hotel worker in the City of Emeryville, we urge the City Council to include certain goals for this project. One of the goals that we have is labor peace requirement for the hotel workers, janitors, and the construction workers to be working on the job site. We secondly request a community benefits agreement where the developer agrees to improve services or infrastructure in the City of Emeryville and for its residents, preferably both. Labor peace because no one wants to have the spectacle that transpired at the Woodfin Hotel repeat itself. While the living wage is helpful to most of the workers in the city, it's just simply not enough. As a union member, our contract provides our housekeepers with a wage at the rate of $11.13 per hour. Free medical insurance for their families, and monthly contributions to a defined benefits program and a pension plan, and equal rights for all workers. We recently negotiated a provision where the hotel agrees to work with community labor to diversify its workforce with an emphasis on African American workers. However, we are in the middle of contract negotiations in the beginning, and being the only union hotel on the block or in the City of Emeryville makes it very difficult to secure a modest wage increase because there are so many non-union hotels undercutting us, paying less than $10 per worker per hour. We in the workers of the city, in the growing city, in the prospering city of Emeryville, we feel that we are falling behind comparable cities and other shops that are sister shops in the city of Berkeley, Oakland, and significantly falling far behind San Francisco's wages. Therefore, if workers at the proposed hotel want to form a union or join a union, they should be given a peaceful process by which to do so, not subjected to the working conditions that the Woodfin workers had to experience. We don't want to see picket lines, we don't want to see a boycott again, and we don't want to see the unfair terminations that transpired there. On the idea of community benefits, the workers at the Hilton Garden Inn stand in solidarity with the Emeryville residents and support their efforts to obtain a better standard of living and, in general, better life, quality of life. We hope the City Council will require the developer to do what is in the best interest of all parties involved in this transaction. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I live in Emeryville, at the corner of Shellman and 65th. And I'm here tonight because I'd like to see the residents more involved in the affairs of the city, and specifically, of course, the Bay Street Safety Project. I've lived here a few years, and what I want is not just more development. I'm not against development, but I'd like to live in a real community. I'd like to feel a sense of a neighborhood where I know my neighbors and we support each other. I'd like to have parks. I'd like to have things to do. I'd like to have walkable areas. I'd like to have good living wage jobs that can support people like me that work in nonprofits or working class folks, so that we have everyone who lives in Emeryville, not just people who can afford to live here after a few years. And I think we have a real opportunity here to do that. We're talking about using taxpayer dollars in this project, and we really have a right to be part of the process. So I think before extending Madison Marquette's exclusive rights to this site, we really need to require everyone to sit down and come up with a community benefits agreement. It could include any number of things, and it's really up to the community, all of us in this room and beyond, to figure out what the details are. But we could be talking affordable housing, we could be talking living wage jobs, parks, childcare. There's a long list of great possibilities for our city and for our community. We don't have to worry about the developer leaving. There's plenty of benefit for them to get. But we need to make sure that all of the residents benefit as well. Thank you.
Next speaker.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the City Council, staff. My name is Sandra Stewart, and I live at 1313 61st Street. I've lived in Emeryville for 19 years, and I vote. I'm here to express my concern this evening about the direction the city has taken with Emeryville Street Site B development. As tax-paying residents, we have a right to be involved at every step of the development process. We have the right to know about the amount of subsidy you have discussed with Madison Marquette behind closed doors. This is public money for which we must get real, tangible benefits in return. We see more money going to developers and less money going directly into improving our neighborhoods, schools, and public facilities. We want things that directly benefit all the residents in schools, housing, quality jobs, and small businesses, only to name a few. Emeryville has arrived. Why doesn't the city acknowledge it and start working for the Emeryville residents? If you are going to extend Madison Marquette's exclusive rights to the site, you must require them to work with the community to complete a good, solid community benefits agreement. Thank you.